Welcome back to our video tutorials on building your first Canvas class. Last time we made the modules and maybe made a skeleton of the different instructional units that you're going to create or that you'll cover in your class. Right now what we need to do is put some things into those units. So you have chapter 1, chapter 2, we want to put some things in there for the students to use. Now, in case you logged off and came back, you will always come back to this dashboard view. That's fine. You can roll down until you find whatever course it is that you want to deal with. So we were dealing with this hypothetical algebra 1 class. You're making whatever class it is that you're working on at this moment. Last time we made these modules, talked about publishing versus unpublishing. Now, what we want is, I don't want to make another module. I want to put something into chapter 1. So let's say you're not reinventing the wheel. You've taught this chapter before. You have something on your computer that you use for this chapter. You've got a worksheet, an activity, a PDF, a PowerPoint. You've got something that you already have made. It's on your computer. You just want to get it onto Canvas so the kids can get their hands on it. So that's the most basic thing that we can do, is just add some file here into your module. So I've got two modules, module 1, module 2 here. Let's say this thing that I have that I want to put onto Canvas belongs in chapter 1. So I don't want to add another module. I don't want this plus button. I'm going to go to my unit 1. Over here on the right, I got a plus button that would allow me to add things to this unit, right? So I'm going to say I would love to add something to this unit, to chapter 1 unit, and that button will be your best friend because you're going to press it so many times while you're building your class. But basically that brings up this pop-up. There are lots of different types of things you can add. I think file is the most basic type of thing because it's probably something that you've already made. So we're going to say you want to add a file. Now this is a little weird. The only option is to add what's called a new file. It's not a new file exactly because you already made it. It's just new to Canvas. So we'll say, okay, I want to add this new file. I want to go choose it. And you can browse around here on your computer, wherever it is. Mine's in my Documents folder inside of School Stuff. I got a couple different things. Let's say I want this PDF right here. That's just a worksheet. I'll take that. It says that I've chosen it. It shows it right here. Don't worry about these other options. I will add that item, and there it is. Gorgeous. Now, always look to make sure, are you published or you're not published? Likely it went ahead and published it for us, so that means the kids will be able to see it. When they click on it, they'll get this automatic preview that loads very slowly. But they will be able to download it too if they want to. But so again, that's the most basic thing that you can really add onto your site. Something you already have. You've already got this document laying around and you just want to link it there. And that is the most basic thing we can add. Some options, you can move it over if you want to tab it over. Your gear allows you to do that. You can change the name of it. So like that's the file name, but if you wanted to call that, if you want the link to show up with something different, you could just change that. You can delete it if you don't like it, but that is the most basic thing you can do to add something. Now again, that's something I added to chapter 1. If you got some items for chapter 2, you could say, hey, I'd like to add a file to chapter 2 just by clicking the plus button that's in your unit 2. Same type of thing. I want a new file. I want this PowerPoint that I had laying around. Add that, and it will load eventually. Beautiful. Now, the really strange thing about your publishing is this thing is published, but it's in a chapter that is not published. So that means the kids won't be able to see it because it's in something that is hidden. So just always double check your publishing settings on there. Again, if you want to see what the kids would see, you can go to Settings, Student View, and you'll notice they can only see that first unit because that's the only thing that we had published. Okay, in the next video, I'll show you a little more complicated ways to add things from your Google Drive in case you're a Google Drive user.